My name is Randy Paul. I'm going to talk about, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. I decided to be a little creative today, like Wes, and not stand behind a podium. But if you do ever stumble upon a baby chicklet while you're walking, talk to Brandon. He's from Santa Monica, born and raised, and he is half Lebanese, half Italian. So you can only imagine what the dinner table looks like. His mom is Catholic and his dad is Greek Orthodox Christian. So with this being, he did attend Catholic school. Um, he was an only child though, so this made things a little difficult, especially in school. He made close bonds with his friends and kind of created that brotherhood, sisterhood bond with them. And especially since his extended family lived on the East Coast, all he had was his mother and his father. But one of his biggest inspirations was his grandfather, and he's the one that really inspired him to get into the business world. His grandpa grew up very poor, and he decided to go into teaching. And he taught for several years until he decided it wasn't for him. So he dropped out and he started his own company. It was a pharmaceutical copay company, and this was a very big success. And this is what drove him into the business world for Brandon. His intelligence, his drive, and his motivation. And this is what inspired him growing up. But he was a very one thing that did affect him was when he went to Kauai with his mother. And as a little kid, before he was into business, he liked animals. He wanted to be a vet, and this was something that he wanted to do. So on their walk, they're taking a stroll, and Kauai is in Hawaii. And for those of you that don't know, he was taking a little walk, and he saw these little chicklets on the floor following their mother. And he said, I just want to pick one of them up, just one of them. And so he decided that he was going to take a little run and chase one of them. And one of them seemed to fall short. And not seeing, he accidentally tripped over it and it ended up dying. And for hours and hours, he sat there with this baby chick in his hands, just crying and crying. And this for him, oddly did affect him, and it showed him that he needs to be more responsible. And he can't always get what he wants. But in this not so lucky event, he is very musically inclined. He is very talented. He played the cello for 9 years, and until he got to high school, they're like, we don't need you. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't offer an orchestra, so he took his musical talent elsewhere, and he started music production using software. This is something that was very therapeutical for him. We have all of those times where we get in certain moods where we just kind of want to be in our own environment and not bothered. And this is where Brandon goes for this type of stuff. And when he's feeling down and wants to just feel to himself, and music is where he finds that. And as most of us, we search for loyalty in people, correct? And that's something that's really hard to find nowadays, especially people that are genuine and willing to open up to you. And for Brandon, this is something he looks for in people, honesty and genuinism, and he didn't really find that, and it seemed that he was taken advantage of, and people would just abuse the fact that he was very trusting of them, and they didn't really reciprocate that type of loyalty. So now he is very protective of himself. Many people misunderstand his personality for being a very laid-back, chill individual, but really he's high-strung. He's protective of himself and who he lets into his life. And I think that's something that's really common for all of us today, is to kind of protect ourselves and really pick and choose who we surround ourselves with, because you seemingly end up to be similar to them. But when he is older, he does want to be in his prime and owning his own business, preferably living in the city, and it's more going to be geared more towards real estate. And that's something that his grandfather obviously inspired him to do. And then once he becomes an old hag, he wants to move to the Hamptons and live a more private, laid-back life and just be married with his kids running around. And this is where my creativity ends.